Most people are not actually bad at managing their money. The real issue is they lack a definitive system for what happens to that money after it is earned. You can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, but without a dedicated system, financial freedom will always remain a fantasy. Welcome back to Wesley Wealth, the channel dedicated to helping you build a lasting fortune step by step. I am your host, Wesley. Today, we are going to walk through the exact blueprint of how the wealthiest people in the world structure their finances. It all comes down to building a machine that converts the money you earn into a separate income stream that works for you. I call this ultimate wealth-building system the money factory, and by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly how to build your own. The money factory is divided into 3 distinct zones, and we have to start with Zone 1, your active income. Active income is quite simply any dollar you earn by actively trading your time. This could be your standard salary from a W-2 job or the revenue you generate from running your own LLC. If it requires your physical or mental presence to exist, it is active income. Here is the monumental mistake most people make. They optimize their entire lives just to increase this active income. They want more clients, longer hours, or a massive salary bump. But when that new money comes in, it flows directly to their personal expenses, or it sits lazily in a checking account. There is no next step after they make the money. To fix this, the money you make should never go to you personally first. Instead, it should flow into a trust. A trust is simply a legal vehicle that owns your assets on your behalf. Instead of your personal name being on your bank accounts, your real estate, or your investment portfolios, the trust's name is on all of it. You retain absolute control over the trust, but technically you own nothing personally. Why does this matter? Because as your wealth grows, you become a massive target. The lawsuits will eventually come, and people will try to come after the empire you have built. Setting up a living trust typically costs roughly $3,000 to $5,000 as a one-time fee. Just one frivolous lawsuit or bad situation will make that investment pay for itself 100 times over. When you name your trust, do not use your own last name. Name it something completely random so that a creditor looking for your personal assets finds absolutely nothing. Let me tell you exactly what happens when you do not have this structure in place. Imagine a hardworking pool contractor in Alabama who operates an LLC. One day, a client slips and falls on the job site and decides to sue. The judge in the case decides to pierce the corporate veil, meaning the court determines that the contractor and his LLC are functionally the exact same entity. They share the same bank account, the same address, and the same sloppy operations. Because the business structure existed on paper but not in practice, the court seizes his personal house. A legal structure only protects you if you run it like a completely separate entity. Depending on how you earn your money, Zone 1 looks a bit different. If you are a standard W-2 employee, your employer is automatically deducting taxes before the money even hits your account. You do not control that, but you do control the back end. The income hits your personal account, and from there you must immediately route it into your trust. If you are a business owner, you have significantly more control. When you take income straight out of an LLC, you are likely getting hit with a devastating 15.3% self-employment tax on every single dollar to cover Social Security and Medicare. The fix for this is called an S-corp election. This means you legally tell the IRS to treat your LLC as an S-corporation for tax purposes. This brilliant move allows you to split your income into two distinct parts: a reasonable salary and a business distribution. You only pay that brutal 15.3% tax on the salary portion. Everything above that flows out as a distribution, entirely free of self-employment tax, and goes straight into your trust. Once you have your active income flowing efficiently into your trust, we move to Zone 2. Zone 2 is your lifestyle expenses. This is the total monthly cost of keeping you alive and happy. The absolute #1 reason high earners never reach financial freedom is a silent killer called lifestyle creep. When the average person's income goes up, their lifestyle expenses instantly match it. They have a great quarter, so they upgrade to a massive house. They get a promotion, so they lease a luxury car. Before their cash even hits their account, they are completely overcommitted and the money vanishes. Sometimes, making more money is the worst possible thing for you if you do not have discipline. To combat this, you need a specific routing account that we will call the quarterback. Money from Zone 1 flows into the quarterback account, and its only job is to distribute that cash where it is supposed to go. A strict, fixed amount goes to pay your bills, your mortgage, and your credit cards. Another fixed amount goes to a dedicated tax account. Everything left over goes directly to Zone 3. The quarterback account never actually holds money, it only routes it. If your active income just dropped into your main checking account, your lifestyle would constantly bleed it dry because there is no psychological boundary protecting your surplus cash. If you logged into a truly wealthy person's main checking account, you would see almost nothing in it, because every single dollar has already been assigned a job. Think of it this way. Imagine walking into your business and seeing all 100 of your employees taking a nap at their desks. You would be absolutely furious. So why would you ever leave tens of thousands of dollars sitting in a checking account doing absolutely nothing? Your lazy money is currently sitting in a checking account, funding the bank's retirement instead of your own. This brings us to the final and most important step, Zone 3. This is your passive income. You have controlled your spending, and now it is time to build the machine that makes money when you are not working. Passive income is simply pre-funded income. You pre-fund it by buying an asset today that will pay you tomorrow without requiring you to trade your time. This is exactly why the trust exists and why the quarterback account routes your extra cash. Zone 3 is the actual factory. This includes returns from private investments, cash flow from dividend-paying stocks, or income from rental properties that someone else manages for you. If you are actively managing the real estate yourself, you are just trading time for money again. Most people fall into the trap of someday. They say, someday, after the business takes off or after things calm down, I will start investing. Because they live in someday, Zone 3 never gets built. You have to treat your passive income with the exact same urgency as your active income. Your Zone 3 portfolio does not have to be overly complex to start. It just needs consistent capital flowing into it. Because your greatest partner in wealth creation is time, even small amounts will eventually compound into fortunes. Let me give you a highly effective, liquid model portfolio based on exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. ETFs trade exactly like stocks, meaning you can get in and out of them with daily liquidity. This model portfolio has 5 specific components. The first is a high-yield bond fund, which typically tracks around a 7% yield. The second is a smaller 10% allocation into private credit, which involves making lucrative loans to private companies. The third component is MLPs, or Master Limited Partnerships. These are publicly traded private partnerships primarily in the energy sector that own the massive pipelines used for oil and natural gas infrastructure. The fourth is a short-term income fund made up of extremely safe treasury bills and treasury bonds. The fifth and final component is corporate bonds, which are loans made to massive blue-chip companies like Microsoft and Google, generally yielding around 7%. If you route all your available surplus cash into a diversified machine like this, you can reliably target a 7 to 8% annual return. If you have a partner, one of the most powerful strategies you can deploy is to live entirely off of one person's income. That single income funds all your Zone 2 lifestyle expenses, and 100% of the second income goes directly into the Zone 3 passive income machine. It will be incredibly difficult at first, but one day you will wake up and realize the machine is generating more cash than your lifestyle requires. The exact moment your passive income surpasses your monthly expenses, you are officially financially free. To know exactly where you stand, you must measure your progress against the 5 milestones of wealth. Milestone level 1 is stability. This means your active income safely covers your lifestyle. This is the floor. Level 2 is runway. This means you have accumulated 1 full year of lifestyle expenses in highly liquid assets. If the entire economy collapsed tomorrow, you would have 12 months to rebuild your life. Level 3 is the crossing point. This is the holy grail. This is the exact moment your passive income equals your monthly expenses. Getting from level 2 to level 3 is the hardest part of the journey, but once you cross it, your entire life changes. Level 4 is abundance. This means your total assets are equal to 5 times your annual expenses, and massive capital is now compounding on your behalf. Finally, level 5 is life by design. This is the post-economic world. You no longer work because you have to, you only work for the absolute love of the game. The money factory runs completely without you. If you do not know where you are on this roadmap, it is impossible to figure out where you are going. But knowing the system is not enough, you have to actually build it. Which of the 5 milestones are you currently working toward? Let me know down in the comments below. If this breakdown gave you the clarity you needed to start building your own money factory, make sure to smash that like button right now. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our strategic deep dives into building Wesley wealth. We are building real fortunes here, step by step, and I want you on this journey with us. I will see you in the next video. Keep building.